What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation, but please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, y'all. What's up, my peeps, my peoples? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. It is going down, season 5, episode 3. I don't know if this is going to be the last season or not, but we're going to get into it and talk about the situation. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling tonight, baby? What's up, Hickinson? How you doing? What's going on? Thank you so much. I appreciate your love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's get into this situation. Let's just start off with the episode. We're going to start off with Maurice and Kimmi, okay? So we got this whole situation going on. And see, Maurice is all about himself and his feelings and what he wants. And basically, Kimmi is, his dumpster. You know what I mean? He want her to cook, clean, do everything, take care of the house, do what a man's supposed to do at the same time around the house, run the business, run the company, run the organization. And then on top of that, give him some coochie each and every time he asks for it. And if it's 4 or 5 times a day, that's what it better be. I was like, Lord have mercy. Go ahead, Kimmi. And Kimmi is just basically like, yes, we done had this conversation. It also seems like Kimmi, when she was talking to Dr. Francis, that, she was basically telling him ain't nothing gonna change. Things is going to stay the same, baby. What's up, Miracle 82? How you doing? What's good with you? Okay, all right. Sounds good. May you get home safely and blessed. Okay, girl. For real, for real. So we got this whole situation going on. Kimmi does look good. I like the colors on her, the earrings and everything. She looking good. And Maurice knows he got a 10. He got a winner. He know he got a good woman. She's smart. She knows how to, stop a conflict from going to happen. She knows how to talk. She knows how to debate without, getting ready to fight. So, it is what it is. But Maurice is kind of selfish, okay? It's just going to be that situation. He's just kind of selfish. And they were talking to Dr. Francis. Let me see where this actual clip went. So they was talking to Dr. Francis, and Dr. Francis says, well, maybe you should hold back and things of that nature, especially when it comes to Kimmi and her whole situation with him. And also telling him not to be treating her just like, she's his bag, like, she's his, rag or something like that. You know what I mean? He's basically saying that, talk to her, like, talk to her about the things that she likes and the things that she wants to do and the things that help her, and also be more interested in her instead of just wanting to get some and keep it on moving. And Kimmi said, yes, we talked about this in counseling. We talked about this, having a brain, stimulating my mind, and also you stimulating my what. And so and Dr. Francis asked her, do you believe he gonna do it? Because now you got Maurice talk about, oh yeah, I know what you mean, be her friend, you know what I mean, and just not treat her like a sex partner, and be concerned, and all this other stuff. And he was all giving like an essay on the situation, like, I got it down pat. And then Dr. Francis says, Kimmi, do you believe him? And she was like, I know she wanted to say, she said, we've been through this before. Okay, yep, She don't believe it. She ain't biting the apple, but he's trying to make her bite that apple. And basically, she's just saying he lazy. He is just straight up lazy. Yeah, I didn't want to say it, Miracle. That was on us, me and you. I didn't want to say it. Lord have mercy. So in any event, so you got that whole situation, and so, she wants to be stimulated more, and she doesn't want to feel like she's carrying you, but at the same time, she's not getting the privilege of carrying you, which you acting like you carrying her, but she's carrying you as well. You know what I mean? You need her on your team, because you ain't got it all the way together like that. You don't know how to do the things that she do, and she's bringing a whole lot to the table. That's why you wanted her to quit her job and work, with you, because it's more valuable having her work with you than to have her work somewhere else. You know what I mean? Free labor all day and sex. Maurice is a mess. Maurice is a mess. He's getting everything he wants. But in any event, moving on from that situation, we get to Marsau. They basically talking about Tiffany and Lou, escaping and leaving and bouncing, and it can't hold the heat. It was too hot in the kitchen, so they had to leave. And, they skipped town. And at this situation, when it comes to Marsau and, Tisha, they're just happy that they're not the ones on the chopping block, and, Dr. Francis is not penetrating into, their marriage and their situation. But one thing is for sure, Dr. Francis made it clear at the end when they was getting ready to leave, what he really thinks about Marsau. So, that's the whole situation. Dr. Francis and his wife come in. They was like, where is Lou and where's Tiffany? They gone. They skedaddle on you guys, okay? And I like that record player in the back. That's cute. So in any event, they left. He was like, and Kimmi jumped in. She was trying to be polite with the situation. Well, Tiffany, she had to go to work. She had a prior engagement. She had a speaking engagement, and they had to leave, blah blah blah. And he was like, yeah, another conflict. Not paying attention, not wanting to work on the issues. And also Dr. Francis says he feels like when it comes to Lou, that Lou wanted to work on his issues, but he didn't want to scrape that box where it has to do with his wife, because there's a lot of issues there when it comes to Tiffany, and he don't want to upset her. He didn't want to make her mad, but at the same time, he's holding everything that he got inside, unless he's totally a shitty husband and we just not seeing him being shitty. But it just seems like Tiffany don't want to be bothered with him. It seems like Tiffany don't want him to touch her, like she's disgusted by him. And it's like every time he's complaining or saying, woe is me, I want to have a conversation, she quickly brushes him off. And then when they get over here to this couples therapy, she's on the phone, she's doing everything possible to act like she's not need to be here, she's too good to be there. But she could possibly feel uncomfortable because Maurice is nobody's friend, and the ladies, if everybody's looking at you because your situation ain't together, and and it looks crummy, and it looks like it's about to crack and break and melt and turn into pure water, okay, turn into liquid, she done got herself up out of that situation. She gone, and Dr. Francis is calling it out. He's like, yeah, and they had the most to work on basically when it comes to the whole situation, because they just running from it. And so the couples, they're sitting there, Maurice is taking this shit as a joke. Marsau's taking it as a joke too as well. He's just doing everything he's supposed to do right now, and not really testing or throwing it out there, because Lou was there to take all the punches. Lou was there because his relationship was the most colluded and seeming unreal and fake. So that's the whole situation. So it is what it is, man. Don't work, can't eat. I know. Tiffany probably cheating. She probably cheating in the next room, y'all. Probably cheating right in the next room. Who knows? That's true. I feel you, Miracle. What's up, Major? How you doing? What's going on? And so, you have this whole situation, And it's just like, whatever. Like, they skeeted out real quick. And then we had, Marsau, he had to basically go in and talk about, Dr. Francis, oh, I'm so glad you brought your wife here. Basically, like, oh, it's glad to see that it's almost like, oh, I'm glad that we know that you got a wife and all this other stuff and someone's following you. I don't know if he's trying to insinuate that his wife is just like Tiffany. Just like, LaTisha. But in any event, that's when, Dr. Francis was kind of getting a little stern. He was like, you remind me of one of these guys that is an engineer or whatever, and he can take a slice of hand, you can do this and you can do that. Basically, when he was describing that situation and saying that's who Maurice is, basically he's saying that Maurice is a manipulator. He's very smart, he's very cunning, and he's not gonna, he'll find a way to get out of something. He'll find a way to push everything outwards where it won't go inner towards him. And, he's a jokester. So it almost seems like he was, saying that this dude is such a manipulator. He'll get down to the X minus Z C, follicles of a nanosecond, blase and the third. Like, he would do that much. So, and also it seems like Dr. Francis did take it easy on Marsau, because he knows what's going on between him and Tisha. But I understand when it comes to Dr. Francis, he's older, and when he was probably younger, it was at that time where, women wasn't allowed to work, allowed to be certain places. So he gets to see both ends from back in the day, and then to, women staying at home. There was no such thing as the woman calling the police or the woman leaving her husband or things of that nature. Like, once you got married, you stayed married unless you departed from this earth. But, for seeing that, and like, women didn't have no voice. That song, I heard this old school song. It was Yakety Yak, Don't Talk Back, with the bruises in the back or something. Like, it's a song like that. And that song was really popular, I guess, back then. Yakety Yak, Don't Talk Back. And basically he's talking about his wife, and she better, cook the supper, and the dinner better have it on the table, and blah, blah, blah. This is how women were treated. And I believe Dr. Francis was back there at that time. So he knows what Maurice is doing. He sees it and everything. Okay, that's what he was trying to make clear about the situation. But he sees that, just because you are submissive, you just got to be submissive to the right person. And sometimes it could take two, to both make decisions. But at the same time, there's one person in the relationship that has expertise in certain things that you need to get their advice. But it seems like, going towards the end of this season, it seems like when it comes to Marsau, he's treating Tisha a lot better than he used to treat her on camera. He's not, as negative towards her, or basically, trying to make it seem like what she's saying doesn't make sense. She doesn't know what she's talking about. It's like he's trying to incorporate that she's a part of the business. I'm not making any decision without her. When it came to Martell, we're going to make the decision on Martell. But he wouldn't give in to what she wanted. She wanted him to basically call out coleslaw, and he wouldn't at the beginning of the season. So, and I think he's very appreciative that Tisha didn't listen to, the people that was trying to guide her out of her, marriage, okay? Because, he basically did complain about the people, coming for his marriage, telling Tisha that she's stupid, that she's dumb for being with him, that he's a male chauvinist pig, that he got a baby here, he got a baby there, he got a kid over here, he got this, he was sleeping, he was in Atlanta with that woman, that was his back in the picture, you know what I mean? There's so much that, Tisha has to go on social media, like, you know what I mean? And I think Marsau, I think he really realized how down Tisha is. Like, she's his down ass beat. For real, because through all that, and the mama coming, Marsau, Martell, and everybody coming to haunt the pictures that, was posted with the linebackers and chilling, and everything that's been out here on social media. And where is Tisha? Tisha is right there, with him. So, he gotta respect her, because a lot of people would have been gone, baby. Definitely gone. So, I don't even know how she did it. She did it. But at the end, you can, at the end, when it comes to Dr. Francis, he tells Tisha, Dr. Francis' wife tells Tisha that, take care of yourself. Think about yourself. Think about you. Think about your happiness. Think about what you want. Think about, things that you desire and things that you want to accomplish and stuff like that. The kids are going to be gone. So the wife, they see, but I don't think it's healthy for them to intrude anymore in their marriage, especially if Tisha doesn't see nothing wrong. And if she's going to claim there's nothing wrong, but they could see there's something wrong. So it's not just us, the public, it's the professionals. Okay, Marsau, it's the professionals as well. What's up, Top Bugatti? How you doing? What's going on? Yes, blessings to you, beautiful. Yeah, I'm only going to do what you want on set, right? Tiffany on that. I see you later. Yes. What's up, Major? How you doing, girl? What's going on? What's up, Terry? Tiffany's probably cheating. Lord have mercy. Tiffany look like she. I don't know. The way that I'm not even gonna go there. I don't want to put that out there, but the way that Martell knew what how Tiffany was behaving and asking how Tiffany was. At that therapy session, like, who's giving you the tea? You know what I mean? We done already seen, Tiffany look at Martell with them eyes like, ooh, you is exactly what I want. Okay. But in any event, let's get to this situation. So the ladies, they're meeting up there at the shop and they're talking. And we talked about this dress last episode, which was last week, when it comes to Destiny. And someone, said that she needs to put on Spanx with it and things of that nature. But one of the most uncomfortable things is to watch somebody put on the outfit, right? And they don't feel comfortable in that outfit. Maybe that, if I ever wear an outfit out that I feel uncomfortable in, it's because I just had no time to change and I couldn't put anything else on. And I couldn't blah, blah, blah. Like, I definitely want to leave my house comfortable. But in any event, when it comes to Destiny got a nice body. Yes, she needs some Spanx or whatever the case may be. She need a girdle. She need a lift. She need a whole bunch of things going on, especially with the type of outfit she got on with the type of material. But in any event, a guy would take her, want her, wife up, or do whatever with her because it's not like she looked bad or anything of that nature. She looked bad, but at the same time, she's filming, she's on work, and it just boils my skin. Why are you trying to hide from the public when you put the shit on and came outside with it on? And then not on top of that, you try to pull that shirt down, cover this up, whatever. Feel comfortable in what you're wearing. And whatever you wore, you liked it when you left the house. So she's covering up her stomach. She's covering up her lower, body area and everything. First, she got the pocketbook. And she's doing too much. Like, you showed up to work like this, girl. It's not a bad dress. It's a pretty dress. And, she finds a t-shirt. She takes a t-shirt and she's hiding herself with it. If you didn't feel comfortable in the dress in the first place, why you put the dress on? She got the pocketbook hiding her stomach. Now she picked up a t-shirt for her son to hide her stomach because she don't want it to be shown while she's filming. She's feeling uncomfortable. Then why the hell did you put this shit on? And now we gotta watch you look uncomfortable and try to be mean mugging at the same time and then have a resting bitch face on. Like, I'm just saying, I just had to point that out. You know what I mean? Look at Tisha. Tisha came there comfortable with you see how she got her arms, the t-shirt, and the pocketbook covering up the belly. Like, girl, feel comfortable in what you got on. For real. They tried it. Them doors closed. They tried it when them doors closed. Lord have mercy. So, yes, they're saying her store is closed. Lord have mercy. When it comes to, Miss Destiny. Like, Destiny, you sitting there doing way too much. You was filming. You got water bottles. You got a t-shirt. You got the pocketbook. You got your hands. You got your shoulders covering up yourself. Like, girl, that just says a lot that you'll come out like that when you don't feel comfortable in that. So maybe you're not comfortable in the position that you're in. Maybe you're not comfortable being around these two ladies that you feel that are your BFFs now. You know what I mean? Maybe You know, she's feeling that uncomfortableness is because, you know, she ain't friends with the who. Let me stop. What's up, RT3000? So in any event, so she's doing too much. Like, I just hate that feeling watching people, because that's just like why the fuck you put the shit on and come out the house like that? And if you don't like it, like, be confident in what you're wearing, be confident in you. And it just seems like she doesn't have that comfortability around these ladies that she chose over Mel. Okay, that's all I'm trying to point out. Okay, because we ain't never seen her do all this right here. I mean, from the time that she started filming this particular scene, she was covered up. You didn't see yourself when you left the damn house and look in the mirror, baby? I guess not. So, in any event, you have that whole situation going on, and then they end up talking about the counseling session. They talk about, you know, Tiffany and Lou bouncing, going fast, leaving the situation. You got, you know, Destiny basically asking if, you know, Lou and Tiffany was transparent. They was like, well, we had to force them. We had to get it out of them. You know what I mean? We had to get all the information. We had to suck the information out. We had to get it out, baby. We had to take it and rock with it and roll with it and get them to talk and speak. But they said that they're at a better place when it comes to Tiffany and Lou at this particular point. But I was like, yes. So in any event, you know, so they're talking about the whole situation, and then it moves on to, you know, Martell, and then, you know, it moves on because now I believe Kimmi was saying, I wonder if Martell's going to put his Inez wine, you know, in the store. And so that's what Kimmi's basically saying. And so she said that. She said, speaking of that, you know, it ended up that, oh yeah, she said Melanika, the woman that helped him get his wine produced and everything of that nature, Melanika, oh yeah, you know, I heard a lot about her basically when it comes to the situation where Martell, she was supposed to be, you know, in charge of their wedding when it came to Martell and Mel, and then she refused to do their wedding because she accused Martell of cheating, and then Mel accused him, you know, of sleeping with Melanika, and they probably have been sleeping around for a long time, and she's been on a low, and she's been on a DL. So Kimmi felt the need to tell the two ladies that don't give a shit about Mel, don't even care about Mel, and basically they're using that information to them is good tea, is good juice, is good crackers, you know, is a good snack, you know what I mean, snap, crackle, pop type of information, because it's about, you know, Mel. And so then Destiny, she jumps in, well, I know her, I went to school with her, what's she saying, like, girl, you need to be quiet and figure out why you coming out in public looking uncomfortable and you hiding your whole body with all types of different objects, like, girl. So she's out here, she was like, I know her, I know Mel is not trying to start no mess. And it almost seems like she was trying to say, I know Melanika, because, you know, Kimmi was saying, you know, about Melanika. Kimmi was talking about Melanika and was saying, you know, Maurice was telling me that, you know, when they went to Atlanta, that, you know, she's the first Mel. But then then Destiny, she jumped in. She said, well, and they call her Mel 1, or her name is Mel. And then Destiny jumped in, was like, well, that's her name. That's what they call her. They call her Mel. You know, everybody that knows her call her that. It almost seems like Destiny was a little bit aggravated with them, you know, basically insinuating that, okay, that Martell was insinuating that, okay, that's Mel number 1, that's the one, Blase the third. And she was like, they was trying to say, well, he was calling her Mel, and he was calling her Mel number 1, and basically making it seem like, oh, Martell cherished this other Mel, Anika. And then Kimmi jumped, and then Destiny, she jumped in and she was like, that's what they call her, that's her name, people that know her call her Mel, and she was before, you know, Mel. But it almost seemed like she was getting aggravated with Kimmi for a minute right there. and almost dang, Kimmi just had bad refrigerator this season. I know, she was just bored. Lord, not the knees, hands, shoulder, knees and toes. Lord have mercy. I'm telling you, Major, she came, I mean, you know, This, I mean, now she got a t-shirt with a hanger. She got her elbow. She got her hand. She got her wrist. She got the pocketbook. She got the bottle of water covering up trying to cover up her body. Like, why you come out here like this, girl? But in any event, she felt a certain type of way, and it almost seems like she was getting kind of aggravated. But they talked about when it comes to the situation. So Destiny was basically saying that she's been around for a long time and he knows her. I went to school with her. I'm still friends with her. She's married. She's happily married, and she's basically puzzled because now she's like, oh my god, I can't believe that Mel is making up this rumor. So this is how she's taking it, or this is how it's getting put together when it comes to her talking to Martell about the situation. But at the same time, she's seeing aggravated at Kimmi, and then Kimmi was like, are you gonna invite all the girls? Is everybody gonna be able to come? You know what I mean? And she was like, no, everybody ain't gonna be able to come. This is my soft open, reopen of whatever company that she got. And so with that whole situation, she was like, because Kimmi was like, can Mel come? Can homegirl come? And she was like, security? I was like, no, she did not say security. Yes, she did. Destiny said she wants security because she thinks, well, we know something's gonna pop off. So in any event, it didn't have to pop off for her, but it popped off. So maybe she needs security because the way that she be running her mouth, you know what I mean? Like, she always be, but to me, Destiny give off that energy that she got them hands. You know what I mean? But then when it get close to, a back and forth, she kind of like back away a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that she need to fight y'all, but in any event, seems like she does a whole lot of talking, and she be huffing and puffing, baby, and she be ready, acting like she ready to kick them shoes off and snatch somebody's ponytail. Okay. So in any event, she was like, no security. Then you have, what's her name? Tisha was like, yeah, security's facts. Like, you scared too? You was just popping off at the Galantina dinner. You was ready, calling bitches and everything. Now all of a sudden, yeah, we want security. I think, Tisha just wants to get Mel back for Mel using security to escort her out the building. Okay, but in any event, it is what it is. They want security for Mel, but they need security for Martell because he tried to beat them Scott boys up, baby. And so Destiny's asked about this new boo she got. She's keeping it on the low. She's keeping it a secret. So it is what it is. And so they having a conversation, and it seems like Destiny hasn't talked to Mel. They haven't talked, so she don't really want her there. She only wants the people to be there that support her and got her back. But did them people that standing next to you put any money in your pocket? Okay. And then we got Kimmi. Kimmi calls out Destiny too, because Kimmy's like, this girl is always shush. She's always quiet. Because Kimmi was basically saying she was quiet about her divorce, the same thing Mel had a problem with. She was quiet about this, quiet about that, quiet about this. And she wanted to keep it on her low, keep it a secret. Like, she don't want nobody be in her business in her situation. But yes, she'll call you out and say you don't got her back. But it is what it is. And so Kimmi called out saying, like, she goes through everything privately. She wanted secretive, and so, Kimmi saying some of the bullshit, but Kimmi spreading the bullshit too as well. Because, damn well when it comes to Tisha and Destiny, they want to hear bad news about Mel. They don't want to hear good news. They want to hear mess about her. So why even tell them? But in any event, she did. And so now Destiny got her, she can move her story along with the situation, and she got that mean mug, and Destiny's so pretty, but Destiny be acting like she bout it. Tisha was acting like she was bout it a couple of episodes ago. Now they both want security. They scared of Mel, so now they trying to say that, oh, Mel's fake and we scared of her. Like, girl, you guys are doing too much. Like, how many angles are you girls gonna go with this girl? Like, y'all was ready at the Galatina. Y'all was turned up. The Valen Galatina, whatever that was, y'all was turned up. You came in there turned up, Tisha and Destiny. You came in there turned up, and all of a sudden, I want security. Y'all be coming with all types of angles, y'all. They be doing too much. They might gassing LaTisha. They might. I think they probably still are. They're probably not hanging out that much. This guys ain't hanging out with nobody broke unless they're going to be using her, okay? That's what they say, that she's broke. They saying that her store closed down. Employees are not getting paid. This is allegedly. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is not what mal or harsh intent, baby. But that's the rumors out on the street. That's what, you know, up and down the Instagram timeline, up and down the YouTube timeline. Okay, I didn't put it out there. I'm just speaking on it, Lord. Oh, thank you so much, Top Bugatti. I appreciate you. I appreciate that that sticker. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Mel will put hands on everybody but Tisha. Mel life. These women are doing the most. Not none one of them except Mel knew Melanika before she came on this show. Major, you calling them out? Well, Major, Destiny saying that she went to high school with Melanika. That's that's what Destiny saying. Destiny said, I went to high school with her. I know her, and I'm still friends with her. And she got a husband, and she married. I don't know where this is coming from. And she's like, what's her name? Destiny was like, so what is Mel starting? What is she bringing up? And why she bringing this up? Like, so she getting ready. She got her me mug on. She pissed off and shit. And she was ready to go into attack mode on Mel. And Kimmi said, I brought it up because I was talking about the Atlanta trip. So that's how, you know, Melanika came in, because I was saying, oh, she was down in Atlanta at the house hosting the trip. And then Destiny fell back a little bit. She was like, I know she trying to start something. What's up, Norris Tony? I was like, I mean, Destiny, you really mad at this girl. And you said you ain't gonna pay her money back. I wouldn't want it back either, because it might come with a curse. But, so you got that whole situation. And I was just like, damn, Destiny, it's like that. You hate that girl that much? Is that bad because she don't want to talk to you? Like, Lord have mercy, you let Martell play all these games and this show might be canceled. You should stay on the right side. Like, how is it supposed to be a show when the whole cast is going up against one person? Like, you know what I mean? You got to add like 3 or 4 people. Add us, you know, as backup, because they should have nipped a lot of the beef before it got to a point where nobody wants to film with nobody, okay? And so Destiny, she's feeling a certain type of way about that whole situation. And she's like, this is this and that. And my event coming up. And Kimmi's just spreading the tea to enemies. Like, don't be... If you know that these people... Mel already declared that these are her enemies. And she don't get along with them. Kimmi sitting there spreading the tea, baby. Spreading the tea. I mean, she's a certified bone carrier right now. Certified, baby. She's coming through express mail, y'all. What a mess. And so, you know, so you got that whole situation. And she was, and Destiny's like, well, leave it in the past. The past is in the past. Like, how's the past in the past when the girl's on the damn show? Okay? How is it the past when the girl is on the show as we speak? Like, I don't know. They be doing way too much. Kimmi's just looking at her like, ooh, girl, you get agitated so quick. Ooh, just saying a little thing and you act a fool. She probably said, that's why Mel liked you for a little bit, but you just out of control. Like, yeah, I said it. I brought her name up. And what? Destiny didn't say nothing then. I brought it up. She quickly, skedaddled with that statement. Oh, why she bringing stuff up? No, Miss Kimmi was like, I brought it up. My husband was down there in Atlanta, okay? I'm keeping the tea. I'm trying to talk to Mel, see what she got going on, what she know too as well. So you got that whole situation. Destiny's like, now she got a bone to pick. Now she mad. Oh, now she about to run with this, baby. And, last week I was like, oh, they gonna do Lou wrong. They didn't do Lou wrong. I thought, Marsau was gonna really shit on Lou. But, he exposed him. We're gonna get to that situation too as well. But, yeah, they wasn't too bad on him. From the previews, it looked like that they was gonna ragtag that man. And that's what I thought. Hey Norris, how you doing? I am glad you are feeling better. I'm feeling a little bit better, but you can still hear it in my voice like I'm straining to talk. Thank you so much, Norris. I appreciate that. um, knew her in high school. Don't sound like it when she talking to Martell. Oh, facts. That's what she said. I know her since high school. That's what she was saying, girl. I know her since high school. Yes, you can see it in her eyes. You definitely can. Let me put it back up. You see it in her eyes, baby. But between the lines, anybody can be your enemy. That do not rock with you. Yep. Talk too damn much. They gotta push the story on. They gotta give Destiny something to do. What's Destiny gonna do? Okay. Is that shop still open? Y'all let me know if her shop is still open. I ain't trying to wish nothing bad on her, but I just been hearing rumors that it's not, or whatever. Or she might have said it. I think she might have said it. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look at the video, but So in any event, so you have that whole situation. And I was just like, okay, that's what we gonna do. Yep. And she's pissed. And so we get to this situation. The boys are out. The boys are drinking and everything. But Martell's not drinking, y'all. Martell said he wanted a glass of water. Martell didn't want no liquor. I was like, okay, Martell don't want no liquor. All right. I'm surprised. I would have said, where's my wine? I have my wine up in this store. So in any event, we get down to the whole situation. And, Martell, he comes in there. Martell, he's about to come in there. But when it comes to Marsau, he is just so basically happy. He was like, I knew he was basically saying, Lou, how was it to feel instant karma? That was instant karma, the way that, Dr. Francis came for you, the way that Dr. Francis came for you, baby. And it definitely was. And they was just basically joking on him and laughing at him and that whole situation. And it seemed, it seemed cool. It didn't seem like, totally below the belt, you know what I mean? And so Lou's, he's taking it licking, he's taking it kicking, and he's like, it is what it is. Yep, we left, blase in the third. They didn't even talk about him really leaving. They was basically just saying, you got your instant karma, okay? So, that was a whole funny situation. And then we could see that when it comes to Maurice and Lou is like, me and Marsau, we really bonded. And then Maurice was like, what, you guys trauma bonding? That's what you're doing, trauma bonding? Because, Dr. Francis got into Marsau-ish before, and he got into Lou's-ish. So he was like, y'all trauma bonding? I was like, I thought that was really funny. Them having that conversation and laughing about everything that went down. That was really kind of like entertaining, a little bit, for real. And then Martell didn't want to drink. And then we have, Maurice basically being all like he fat shaming himself. He's more, Marsau was like, how you doing? What's up, bro? What's good with you? What you been up to? He was like, yo, I'm just getting fat. And Martell was like, yeah, I just left the gym. They was like, oh, you got your shirt unbuttoned. You can see Maurice looking all down, Martell's shirt and whatever. Like, oh, and they all looking at him like, oh my God, he's keeping himself in shape, and, blase in the third. And it's like, Martell's living his fantasy life, like he can drink, he can party, but he ain't drinking tonight with the guys. He got his forehead all shiny. Maurice got his head a little shiny, but you could tell that Maurice put that lotion, that cocoa butter, that grease, that, he put it all on. Okay, he put it all on because he was about to film. And so they're having a conversation, and I was like, oh, look at Maurice not feeling. I know, it was funny when he said they're trauma bonding. For real, Miracle. It was funny. Hey, the lovely Tisha. What's going on? Hey, the lovely. How you doing? What's good with you? They came tripping. Don't need no more. What that mean? Okay. Sooner lines. Thank you guys so much. And so, we have this whole situation going on, and they're talking, and they're asking about how was the counseling and things of that nature. And it was like, Martell, ain't you happy that you don't have to go, you don't have to do counseling, you don't have to do this? And Martell was like, no, I ain't happy. He was like, I want to be married, I want to do this, I want to be a part of this. So I was like, Then we're gonna get into him later, because he's gonna be wishing, Martell's gonna be wishing that he did better. He said he gonna do better the next time around. Okay, he's gonna be more appreciative of what he had the next time he does get married. He's gonna cherish it more. You know what I mean? Like, he goes in and out about him being with Mel and him not being with Mel. So this is why you see some of the rebellious things that he does have. And then what is she supposed to automatically just act like everything is all good, especially when you're doing negative shit that's on the show, negative stuff that goes against her, that goes against the kids. It's just so much that they have going on. But in any event, first thing Martell asked Lou, how did Tiffany, take it? I heard she got up and she walked away. Martell, how did you know what happened? So Maurice told you what happened? Did Marsau tell you what happened? How everything that was going on? So you guys were talking about Lou, or did Tiffany tell you? Martell, like, what's going on? So he was asking, he was like, how did Tiffany handle it? So it's like he already knew that Tiffany was not going to be feeling Dr. Francis, or he knew that Dr. Francis was going to see through the damn shit. So basically, Lou was like, nah, she wasn't feeling it. Soon we got there, he started talking about, not being committed, not being here. And all the guys are laughing when Martell asks Lou, how does Tiffany feel about it? And everybody's laughing, and Martell had the answer already, but he just asked Lou, how did she feel about it? So what y'all think about that? And so what's up, August? And so you have, that whole situation. And he was like, nah, she wasn't feeling that, because he started to question her because she had a conference call. She wasn't there. It started before the therapy. And so, basically, when it comes to Lou, he says he got closer to, Marsau. And that was the whole situation that, that worked it out. But, Tiffany wasn't hearing it. Tiffany did not like, Dr. Francis. That's the first time that Tiffany and Lou ever really agreed on, let's bounce, let's go, let's get out of here. They was on one accord and got up there and they left. Tiffany went and told the girls, hey, listen, I got a conference, I'm speaking, peace. Because why would you come there anyway when you're going to be on the phone for the first time you meet Dr. Francis, and then after that you gotta leave early because you got a conference? Didn't you know this already? Or you was just trying to get your filming time in, girl? What's up, Tiffany? So they all laughed. So I was like, okay. And, Marsau basically feels that it brought him closer because, Martell was asking him how did this, therapy work? Like, how was it? And, he was like, it brought us closer together because everything that we was going through and everything that was happening and the people on social media and all the feedback and all the backlash that we got, you know what I mean? When Dr. Francis said that we won the race, that we have to tie each other up, put a rope around each other's ankles and try to move together. We did the best. We were running and everything. And it's because that we went through this trials and tribulation with social media and the public testing our marriage. And, basically, he's just so happy that Tisha did not fall. Tisha stayed strong, and Tisha basically said, I'm going to believe everything you say, any and everything. I don't care whatsoever. I don't care if that's your back. I don't care if your car was parked outside of a hotel. I don't care if you lie to me and tell me that, you going somewhere, with Mr. Husband or whatever his name is, and you having lunch and dinner with him, and he turns around and says, I was not even hanging with you. When it comes to Tisha, she said in this episode, the last episode, that she's just following his lead and that's it. And why believe what anybody has to say? And and I don't think that Marsau knew that was going to come. So he is happy and he's feeling blessed with the whole situation. It looks like Lou lost some weight, or is Lou holding his stomach in, or does Lou have on a girder? Because baby, he looking a little thin because he was looking real sloppy earlier. All right, what's going on, Lou? Lou, you working out in that gym? Lou working out in the gym. Lou working out in the gym. I am sorry, this got so boring. I feel you, girl. August, Major, but everything they were going through that weekend was a lie. I just can't with Marcel and Tisha. I know. Lord, the Whitlows were too judgmental. Yep, and then they end up having a house. They don't even got a happy home. You know what I mean? He gave a free black bottle to Lord. Hey, Kiki, I don't think Marsau cheated on Tisha, but I do believe he flirts. I just think he's smarter than that, and he knows the world is on his hands. That's why the sudden change toward Tisha on TV. The change is immaculate. The change happened quick. Okay, the lovely. They don't like the Whitlows, but they on them for being so judgmental, you know? And they're judgmental too as well. You know what I mean? It's just that, you know, when you throw them rocks, you better make sure you don't live in a glass house. You better make sure your shit is covered. Because now, you know, that whole situation with Francis could be set up, you know what I mean? And it's like, unless, it just seemed natural that Dr. Francis just knew what he was looking at. But at the same time, like, it was spotlight on them, baby. Marsau said he was in the back saying, get him, doctor, and laughing and everything. Okay, y'all? Call me all the time. At the same time, Lord. Damn shame. Yes, they was trauma bonding, my peeps. Oh, okay. That's good, Kiki. Louis and Tiffany are trying to tell them about what to do with their marriage. Yes, baby. And then when you can't even get no ooh, no cool, no ooh, ah. You know what I mean? Come on. When you ain't getting no gushy, something wrong. When your wife don't even want your, you know, something wrong. You need to be quiet and find out, baby. And then you talk about adding people to your marriage when you was down there in Atlanta. That's a whole nother situation, baby. So in any event, that's how Marsau, he's just basically happy at work. He's basically saying it worked for him. He's good. And Lou said, you know, it just brought him closer to the other dudes. They understand, like when somebody's calling out your marriage and they don't know, blah, blah, blah. You know, it just brought him and her closer, to lie better. And Maurice basically says what he needs to do better is basically he got to stop making these plans without his wife, because he wants to plan her day, plan her week, to be very busy, to upkeep everything, and then plan himself in. But now he said he gonna try to fit her in the plans. Okay, he gonna try to get her in the plans. Lord, she has been warned plenty of times. Go ahead, girl. But you know, and Maurice is just sitting there like, he doesn't seem believable. Maurice just really don't seem like he's taking anything in and like he's going to change, because the look that Kimmi gave and the way that Kimmi was acting, it was like, he's full of ish. And so this is when, you know, when it comes to Martell, he basically wants to be on that, I want to get married again. Like, I miss it. I want to have a woman with me everywhere I go. You know, I'm going to cherish it. I'm going to do better. I want to have all this stuff. You know, he need a smart woman, you know, because the woman that helped him get that liquor, that wine off the ground was a woman, and a smart woman. So, and the woman that he had with Mel, they was making millions together, okay? And she had the builder's license, and Blase and the third, they kept building and kept dreaming, baby. He gonna need a woman that can actually put things in fruition and action, because, you know, he's kind of, if he's in charge, you know, the shit gonna collapse, okay? You know, when they said behind every strong man is a good woman, this is what he needs. He needs a good woman to help him. And so therefore, he likes to be running these streets. He talked about running the streets and this one and that one and everything else, but he miss having that, miss going somewhere with a woman. He, you know, he used to just just idolize the way that, you know, Mel would do her speeches and stuff like that. Like he, you know, he goes back and forth battling in his side, inside of himself, knowing that, you know, at this point it's like it's never gonna happen. And he hates her for that. He hates her. Because now he doesn't think that he's the bad person. He thinks that, you know, I was ready to change and blah, blah, blah. You did all this. So it is. And Coleslaw is never going to be able to be that woman for him. And so he's always going to have baggage with any relationship, because he's always going to keep the same old woman that he's been effing with for decades around, and not be true with the real woman that can actually hold it down and actually can push him places, because that's what he needs. He needs to be pushed. You know what I mean? He was helped being pushed when it came to Mel. They was pushing each other. But at the same time, she was very smart. And, you know, she said, I used to write your post on Instagram, so I know you got somebody else writing them posts that you saying about me. I was like, Lord, it was just way too much going on at that time. But in any event, he's missing the married life. He's missing it all, okay? He thought the grass was greener on the other side, and it wasn't. And then we got the situation with Lou, and this is where Marsau, he basically exposed Lou, because, you know, Lou, you know, asked the guys, hey, you guys want to drink? I'm buying first rounds. And so they all got their drink. Martell, that Martell didn't drink or anything of that nature. He just drinking water, because he said he working out, he doing this, and maybe he gonna wash the keys or whatever. And so with that whole situation, Marsau goes to Lou and said, real married men know there's only one round. You know, like, just basically saying you're the fool that brought the first round of drinks, because a real married man knows there's no round two, because they're going home. You know, they got to go home to their wife. They got to go home. So it almost seems like Marsau is calling out Lou, basically saying, you ain't really married. Y'all ain't married. So I don't know if he's saying that they ain't married because of their behaviors, because maybe he was trying to be a nice guy, but, you know, Marsau is like, you ain't really married, because you know there's only one round, because you got to get home. Really, that's what he's trying to say to the boy. He said, see, there's only one round. There's no round two. You the fool that brought round one, because, you know, he's always talking about this man. He's always getting into this man. So he's always getting into this man. So basically, it seemed like Marsau said that for a reason. Anything that he says is calculated, especially if he's coming at somebody else. And he still got that chip on his shoulder when it comes with Lou, or he still wants to have a problem with Lou, because you need conflict on a show. But in any event, by him saying that and saying in front of all the guys, when it comes to Lou, he's already been called out by Dr. Francis that his marriage is fake and there's something going on and they're playing games. And then they ran and they left. And then now they come and get these drinks. And at the end, before it's over, Marsau says to Lou, you know, a real married man don't buy the first round of drinks, because there's only one round of drinks. A real married man knows that there's only one round. You know, you a fool. And all the guys are laughing at Lou, and it's almost like it's another calling out of Lou that his marriage with Tiffany ain't real, y'all. So I'm just like, this is crazy. Okay, so it was like calling out. It was like he was definitely calling out, in my opinion. He was definitely, and he wanted to reiterate that he ain't really married. Like, as far as they don't have a real marriage, like, this is fake, this is pretend. And he's still calling. It seems like Marsau is really pissed about Lou calling him out. Okay, so we get to Mel. She goes over to, you know, Martell's house or his mother's house. The house is always clean every time they're filming. But they knew, you know, the kids knew that Mel was coming over. They knew that the cameras are probably going to come. The kids are dressed. The kids look nice. You know, you can see the gel jar sitting right next to the lamp or the candles. And, it also seems like the kids were comfortable, especially when they was kind of like shocked, surprised, you know, and a little nervous when Mel came in, and, you know, basically having a mama and a daddy in the house at the same time, you know, because some of the children grew up with Martell being in the house. like that. And then, having them in the same room. They're probably not in the same room because, Mel said she hasn't really been speaking to him, and she's been using like other people, to have their communication go or whatever. So you can just see the kids are kind of like, they're kind of just like happy, shocked at the same time. They're cheesing. Mel seems happy. The kids are happy that mom and daddy's in the same room. It's almost like, daddy done fucked up. Mama done left and went out, and she's about to come back home. And if he say the wrong word, she's about to go back out there and have a good time because daddy deserves it. You know what I mean? And the kids are just sitting there, it almost seems like they're so young in this moment. But we know that Martell and Mel are not in a good place right now. But you can see the kids, they were happy and just, filled with joy to have, see mama smiling, daddy smiling. Martell moved over to the end of the couch because Mel was coming into the room, and the kids were just looking, and it was kind of like excited and nervous and shocked at the same time. So you can tell that this divorce and this separation is wearing on the kids, You could definitely see it in that skit. So in any event, Mel lets Martell know that, homegirl, Miss Wanda, been out here talking too much, doing too much, and now she's questioning the fraternity, of Miss Sugar Mama, okay? And, this is too much. And he was like, what? And Mel was like, I don't talk about nobody, kids and this and that, but don't play with my kids. The kids are innocent. Don't play with them. I ain't trying to hear this. And Martell said, didn't I already confront her? Didn't I already tell her? And Martell was like, yo, I don't even want to talk to her. What's her? Do you got her number? And he's all pissed off at the moment. But you got Wanda basically saying the reason why she was saying something because Martell was claiming that Mel was sleeping around the whole time or whatever. So in any event, there's a whole lot lying going on. But throughout this whole situation right here, Martell was pissed off, and he was like, yo, she makes me so mad. That woman gets under my skin. And then Mel said, I'll handle it. And then they said they completed each other's sentence of a saying that they used to say to each other about how important the kids are and protecting the kids. And they're talking about being on the same page, blase and the third. And she's like, I'm taking the kids to Florida. And they used to have vacation time. You know what I mean? The kids would go on vacation together. Martell had a good life. They had a good life until he decided to just, throw it away for like 7 years. And he... Woo! I would have let him go the first year. As soon as I found out that he was cheating, it would have been a wrap right then and there. You would have to go and let me prove to see if you can get yourself back into this situation. But when you are married and you got them kids, it's just like, okay, I'm going to try to make it work. Like he got to do right. And then Martell just does what he does. If you're not happy, baby, go get counseling. Dr. Francis was waiting for somebody. You don't fall in somebody's bed. But in any event, he's very excited to be invited by Mel to go to Florida to vacation together. We all seen the fire alarm go off, and Martell and Mel was together, on vacation. The mother was there, So it seems like, and it gives you hope. It was like, oh my gosh, so they're talking, and everything else. Like, this is good co-parenting, but we know that that's not the case because, one of the reasons why they ain't talking is because they've been ordered not to talk, okay, as they go through this custody battle. So it's just really unfortunate that, we've seen everything play out online, that, they're at each other's throats. And, they're at war for the battle of the kids. And so it's just, it's really just sad. It would have been nice to see them work it out because they both have, a brain. So in any event, we got that whole situation. And they seem like they're on one accord. And boom, bada bing, it goes down left hill. And, they show Mel when she was talking to Carlos. And she basically, since Mel was getting back at Wanda for talking about Sugar Mama, that, she's an outside baby, Mel basically said, okay, well, Wanda's baby daddy was up in my DMs. And Carlos said, how old is he? And Mel said, I don't know, ask his daughter, Tisha, because that's her father. So you already know that was it. You already know that was it. Stay with him cheating. But that's just me. I feel you always, blessed. You gotta let them know, because right now you see when Scrappy was cheating on Bambi, she left his ass right then and there till he got right. He got that get right, and he ain't cheated since. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can work things out, sometimes you can't. But Martell was thinking about himself. You know, and then he got this whole woman dependent on him where he's still not. What about you marry your baby mama? But he ain't gonna marry his baby mama because he need a woman that can carry him, because he has been carried. And then now if you can carry him, he's definitely gonna carry you and build you up and make sure he'll know everything to do for you, because all you got to do is tell him and he's gonna carry you too. But he first initially needs somebody to have the brain, somebody to have the ideas and come up with this and how to process it, how to put it together. Martell told you he done cheated 1,000 times in school. He done already told you he done failed the builder's test 1,000 times. So he's gonna need a woman with book sense. He's gonna need a woman that can write grants, fill out applications, put contracts together and all that other stuff. That's what he needs, and that's what he had. You know what I mean? He's living at his mama's house and they're about to get the electricity turned off. Like, come on, that's, he can't be dating nobody. Who he dating? That's probably why he was sitting out Sheree's house doing his review on the show. So in any event, let me just stop. So they're having this conversation, Blase the third. Everything seems to be good. He's appreciating it. Mel said, thank you for respecting my boundaries and what I want, this and that, and not crossing the line. So it seems like we are co-parenting well. It wasn't like Mel made it clear that you crossed boundaries, you did things, and Blase the third. So now that you're not doing these things, this is how, we can be closer. As she's trying to teach him, he wants to learn it, but at the same time, he feels like you shouldn't have all that power and it shouldn't be like this and you should take him back. You throwing this all away, So, and they've been divorced for almost 2 years. And so we got Destiny. Destiny's with her man Moses. I like that beautiful couch. That's a beautiful couch she got right there. I like that couch for some reason. Just like the color. Maybe it's like the green or the greenish, grayish, yellow, goldish color that she got on that's on top of that blue, but it looks beautiful. And then her baby got on green, so all the colors, and then her makeup looks nice and her hair looks nice. She's talking to her boo thing. You see her baby, right? Her baby, he's over there minding his business. He ain't doing nothing, okay? And as soon as she get on the phone with homeboy, he done jumped on top of her, started pulling her hair and everything and all over her. Kids want to be around their mama, but sometimes kids will let you know when a no good mother effer is on the line, is on the phone, baby. You know what I mean? Or, some people say, but kids get jealous, they want your attention. But he was cool until he heard her on the phone. He was like, who is this man? Okay. And so this is Moses, and Destiny been knowing Moses for 13, 14. Over here, she said 14 years when she's talking. But then when she gets to talking to, what's his name, Martell, she says, oh, I've been knowing him for 13 years. I just hate when they don't get the damn story straight. And one scene you say this many years, and the next scene you say that many. Just damn, shit. So in any event, she's dating him and he lives in St. Louis. She's doing another long distance relationship. So God only knows who he be going to bed with at night. He sound really, nice over the phone. He looks, he looks a little weird in this picture, the way he got his mouth open, but he do got beautiful teeth, okay? He do got nice teeth. So, that's so true. True. I know. Always blessed, for real. So, in any event, so you have this whole situation, and I wish her the best with this whole situation with the new guy that she's dating. Hopefully it's something, that is real. And so when we get to this whole situation, it seems like Martell, he's basically meeting up with, two black people or a black woman that owns this wine cellar, this wine business. And I was like, go ahead, girl, do your thing, do business black, baby. That's one thing I do like about the show. They do show black businesses. And so, I do like her little wig, and I like her earrings. I like the color she got on. I like her little partner, how he got the gray and the black going on, you know what I mean? looking correct. Martell goes up in there. She's looking at Martell like, baby, take me home with me tonight. I want to get you between my legs. I want you, baby. She was like, she's looking at him. I'll drink your wine. I'll sell your wine. Don't worry about it. If it tastes like shit, since it's you, I'm going to sell it. She was just looking at him like, I want to give you my drawers, brother. Look, she like licked her tongue a little bit, turned it sideways. Her partner or her husband was like, okay. He said, girl, let's go to the back. We got other business to do. He had to usher her away from Martell. Martell wasn't even doing nothing or saying too much. She was over there flirting with that man, girl. She saw Martell. She was like, she tasted the wine. If that wine tastes like shit, she wouldn't have said it. I'm telling you right now. She was like, oh yeah, we gonna think about it. It's a 10. And she was looking at Martell like, baby. And here come Destiny with the resting bitch face on. She comes in with the resting bitch face on already. Martell's joking with the lady, having a good time. And she's like, ooh, I need to get up in here. And Martell was like, oh, she gave me a 10 something something. She goes, now I gave you a negative 10. So did she give Martell wine a negative 10 because Destiny came in with the resting bitch face? I think Destiny knows her, and then Destiny came in like she was a little jealous. So I don't know, Destiny, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but it just seemed like you might have been jealous of the relationship that Martell and Mel had. You know, something's going on, because why are you acting jealous? Or why you got the resting bitch face on, like, you know, and tell me, oh, I'm gonna do this deal, we're gonna flip it and we're gonna turn it around and I get my percentage. Like, he's your man. Like, y'all doing business like that. Ain't your shop, people ain't even getting paid up in your shop, girl. You was just telling us that, you know, you was applying for food stamps and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't be doing all that. But I'm glad that you look comfortable right now. I am glad you are covered up, because the first scene when you covering your body up with t-shirts, bottles, and pocketbooks, and right now you look good in that pink, girl. So she came through. So she came. She came in there with the. She came in there with the, you know, the resting bitch face. I was just like, girl, like, calm down. And acting all like, oh, this is business, girl. You've been telling us that you've been struggling. You still telling us that you've been struggling, and it's hard out here for Destiny. You've been telling us that. Now you coming in there acting like I'm gonna do it. I know Martell wanted to say, girl, fall back. I know he wanted to say fall back, like, So in any event, so now she's gonna get to this conversation with Martell, and basically, you know, she gonna talk about what Mel has said when it came to, you know, basically tell Martell what Mel was basically talking about when it came to Melanika and that whole situation. She was like, well, she said this and she said that. This is what, you know, Kimmi said. Kimmi told us that basically that she was supposed to be a part of your first wedding, but she ended up quitting because you was messing around with girls, and so she basically walked away. And Mel said that you was out here cheating with her, and this is what Kimmi said. And you're right, Major, the way that she's talking to Martell, it doesn't seem like she knows Mel, because, you know, she would say, well, she could say I would have talked to Mel, and I know that for a fact. She would have known all some of that information. She'd been around so long and she knew the woman. In any event, Martell was like, I don't know what she talking about. I don't know what Mel's talking about. That was like 13, 14 years ago. How am I supposed to remember that? How am I supposed to know any of that? Like, I don't know. And then you got, you know, Destiny saying that the girl's married, she's happy, this and that. And she was like, I don't know why Mel is starting this up again, starting something up, or whatever the case is. I was like, girl, like, and so Martell was like, I don't want no drama, I don't want no beef, I don't want no problems. I'm not trying to argue with Mel, I'm not trying to jump into that situation. I'm just gonna let it be, I'm gonna let it rest, you know what I mean? And so she's telling Martell that, like, you know, for him to get bucked, and he was like basically saying, I'm just gonna let it go, I'm trying to co-parent, I'm trying to live in peace, girl. And, you know, she already came in there with an attitude, and he was like, nah, I ain't even gonna say nothing about it, I ain't gonna even confront Mel, I'm just gonna be quiet right now. I think he was kind of confused and puzzled by the situation. And also, if he did remember, he was not going to say that he was cheating on Mel before they even got married. There was no way that Martell was going to throw himself out there and say, yes, I was cheating on Mel before we even got married. There's no way he was going to do that. So in any event, we shall see. And Denise and Destiny's like, I don't know why Mel's starting rumors and stuff like that. And Martell said it's not enough. Hey, and Martell was like, I don't even know why Mel would make something up like that, because she would even say something like that because there's a lot of shit that I done did that she don't need to make up nothing. So he's bragging about being a no good dirty husband. Okay, he's bragging about that as well, you know what I mean? So he was like, she don't need to make up nothing because I there's a lot of stories. I'm like, Lord. And so he's bragging about that, but then at the same time saying that Mel's a liar. It's not like he's going to that's even more worse for him to say that he was cheating before they even got married, because that means to say that the foundation that in his heart and the foundation that he had for their marriage was all a delusion. He was going to cheat anyway because he'd been cheating even before they got married, so he ain't going to omit to that situation. So yes, not feeding into it. Yeah, he's like, I'm not doing it tonight. She loves bro. She definitely does. She does. Thank you guys so much for coming through. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming through. Much love. We will be talking about the show next week. You guys have a blessed, wonderful night. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the donation. Thank you, Top Bugatti. Thank everybody for coming through. Make you guys be safe. Get home safe. Make sure that, we pray that you travel on the highways and the byways very safe. And, you look out for yourself and your family. And just let your people, your family know that when they go out here in these streets, just pay attention to like who's following you, because there's a story out as far as when it comes to people or watching people go to ATMs and get money out and follow them home. And also there's another story that I'm going to talk about where a father, he said Ziploc, not Ziploc, Zippies. What is, I can't think of the name of it. It's called Zippies. Zip ties. Zip ties. Okay, so just to bring this to people's attention, there's a story that's going around that there are people putting zip ties on females' cars. So if you're a female and you notice a black zip tie on your car, sometimes they put it on your car, on the blind spot of your car. And basically when they do that situation, what happens is it alerts people that who knows that are part of trafficking. If someone puts a zip tie on the passenger seat doorknob, like in the back, so the driver won't see it, basically is a blind spot, that that means that somebody was surveilling you. And, they feel like you are easy to, capture. So this is a story that I was reading about that a father he had this happen to his daughter. Then he called the police department because his brother was a police. And he asked his brother, what's going on? Did you hear anything about people putting zip ties on girls' cars? Because my daughter, I've been cutting these zip ties off my daughter's car, and the daughter, she never even noticed that there were even zip ties on her car. The father noticed that because it was on the passenger side back door, so she never seen it because she's only walking in front of her car. So in any event, the police officer said yes, the people that are part of an organization, they put zip ties on cars to let alert other people that are driving or whoever's a part of this type of organization that person is easy to take, you know what I mean, like they're easy to get. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is, so just make sure you let your nieces, your granddaughters, your daughters, your son's girlfriends and things of that nature know. Just to be aware if there's zip ties on their car. And also, I know we seen this story story a while ago where, you know, people will put some type of chemical on a napkin and stick it into, you know, your car door handle. And it recently happened to a lady, which the story did go viral, and she threw the napkin away with her nails because she had the long dookie nails that everybody has on. So once she got into the car, she ended up, you know, she kept saying something's wrong with me. She was telling her husband, call 911. And so then he jumped on and then she passed out. So, you know, that means when you find an object on your car, a napkin, a tissue, or a cup, or something that you have to touch with your hand, just be aware that somebody may have placed that, and it might be laced with something to knock you out so they can take you away into trafficking. So, you know, I'm going to get all the information, then we'll talk about that with you guys tonight. So, and you know, if someone put a chemical on your car, like when she was reaching to get the napkin, and she said her whole hand started feeling numb, then her chest started feeling numb, and she was able to express that to her husband. So, you know, the person that probably put the napkin there was watching, waiting for her to pass out. So just be aware, you know, tell the young girls, tell your kids, tell everybody, you know, just to be aware, because there's a lot of sick people out here in this world. Yes, I know it's scary. You know, I was informed about the stories because, you know, my peoples is telling me to look out, you know, because this is the information I came across their desk, you know, and, you know, they wanted to make sure that I'm safe. And I just wanted to make sure the people that mess with me, the people that are down with me, my peeps, my peoples, my peep squad, I can tell you this information as well. You know what I mean? Because I want you to be safe. Shit. I want all my peoples good. All my people's good. Yeah, easy target. Thank you, Miracle. That was the word I was looking for. Easy targets. Easy targets. I wasn't looking at the screen. Thank you for the information. I have not heard any of it. Wow. All right. All right. You're welcome. So, you know, they come to tell me because they're worried about me to make sure that I'm safe when I'm out, I'm going here or there. And these are some of the things, because sometimes you don't know, you know, and he was also telling me that when the father called the police and he was like asking, you know, his brother, how come they didn't put this story out there to tell people, you know, they're putting zip ties on the cars and things of that nature. So they'll put it in a place, you know, that's on the back passenger side where it's a blind spot, and you won't, because if you're driving a car, you're not going to walk around the car. You know what I mean? You're just going to go to the driver door. You know what I mean? And he was asked, and so the father was asking his brother that's a police officer, how come it's not out here? He was like, yo, it's so much information, we just don't have time to put it out. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. All right, God bless each and every one of y'all, my peeps, my peoples. Good night, peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all. Peace.